Alright, good evening. My name is Kyle Lindor, and I will be telling the story of nail soup tonight. So, once upon a time, there was a tramp who was traveling the forest. Just traveling, he wanted to travel the world, and so he decided that finally it's time for him to return home. So he's returning home, he's traveling, he's getting real hungry, real tired, and he sees this lady in the distance gathering some branches, and so he goes over to her and asks her, oh, good evening, how are you? She goes, oh, I'm good. How are you? What brings you over here? He said, I'm just looking for some shelter, some food. And the lady goes, well, sorry, I don't have anything here. You're gonna have to carry on and get out of here. So he's just like, well, dang, is there any way I could get some shelter tonight, or just sleep on your floor in your home? And she goes, well, I guess so. So they go back to her home, and when he walks in, he notices how nicely furnished the home is, and he's very stunned because she came off as a very poor lady. And so he's like, well, is there any chance I get some food? Because, I mean, it looks like you haven't made here. So, oh, no, I'm poor and I'm hungry right now as well, so I don't really have anything for you. So he's like, well, how about this? Do you have a pot or a pan? I can make some soup for us tonight. She goes, oh, yeah, let me go get one. So she goes over into the kitchen, looks around, finds a pan for him, gives it to him. And so he's like, all right, get ready. I'm going to make some great soup for us tonight. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Oh, pulls out a nail out of his pocket, throws it in, starts stirring, making his soup. And she's like, well, wow, nail soup, really? What are you doing? And so he's stirring and stirring, and he goes to the lady, well, the nail in here might be used for a while, so the soup might be kind of thin. So it'd be nice if I had some maybe oatmeal or flour to thicken up the soup. Do you have any of that? Yeah, let me go check. So she goes into her kitchen, grabs some flour for him, gives it to him, and he puts the flour in and starts stirring again, making a soup. And she still is in question over here. Like, what is this guy gonna pull off? And sure enough, he's stirring, and he goes, well, you know what would make this soup really good would be some potatoes, or maybe even some beef for it. And she's like, well, okay. And she goes over into the kitchen and grabs some beef and potatoes, gives it to him, throws it in, says thank you, and starts stirring again, and keeps checking on it, and he keeps looking at it weird, and when he's looking at it, he goes, well, you know what make this soup as good to serve as a king and queen would be maybe some barley or milk. And so she goes over and, oh, okay, and she grabs some milk and barley and gives it to him, throws it in, starts stirring. He's looking at it. Well, I think it's about done, but maybe if we could get a table set with some wine or sandwiches, cheese, crackers, that would really make for a nice meal. Sure enough, she's over there setting the table. It's ready, it's ready. So he pours the soup out, and they enjoy a nice meal together. And they talk and talk about his adventures and getting along really well. Even though she came off as poor and rejected him, they came off very well. And so it's time for bed for them, and he goes over to the corner of the room, and he lies down like on the floor, and she goes, well, what are you doing? And, well, you said I could sleep on the floor. And she goes, yeah, well, I have a bed over here. I can show you over to a bed over here, and you can sleep on a bed, and it'll be so much nicer. And so sure enough, she carries him over to the bed, and he goes to bed in a nice bed. She goes over into her room, and they had a great night together, and the next day they're ready to leave. Well, he's ready to leave, and they exchange hugs, thank each other, and as he's walking away, and she goes, you know, there's not that many great people out there, but he sure was one of them. And that's nail soup for you. Moral of the story, give a little bit to someone and it can go a long way. And that's nail soup. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to thank my audience. Give them a little airtime. Kylie over here, Bree, and Christina.